Yo, what is up, guys? Hope you're having a absolutely fantastic day. So today, we're just gonna quickly go over two things that I think that have saved me time and that I think would save you time as well. It really depends on what you do, but this will be Blender related. Arma, guys, I know it's not Arma Reforger, but this may still help you out, so just stick around. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna not say I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna try to keep it nice and cool. Not cool, nice and uh short. But anyways, let me get to the point. Two add-ons. One is a naming convention enforcer, and the other one is a um, collider wizard. Well, the collider wizard helps you to make colliders for objects pretty easy. And the other one helps you to name objects upon creation, which prevents having to go and rename them after the fact. You've got two engines that you can select: Unreal Engine or Unity. And yeah, so just let me select the entire. Actually, no, never mind. Press N, and let's go to NCE, the naming convention enforcer. On the right hand side, you'll see three things. You'll see this naming on creation is on. So that means that wherever my cursor is placed, you'll will know this. And I place down and I click on cube, you'll see a new pop-up appear right here. And this will not force you, but it will help you to rename your things upon creation. It helps me a lot. And now you'll just say like window, yeah, window frame. Cool. And then it will give you the result, the final result down here. It will say SM underscore window frame. The reason it's MSM is because I've got Unreal Engine as an engine profile selected. Cool. So there we go. Now I can go around and scale it down, um, you know, scale it down and do all these shenanigans and make it look real nice. But the issue now that we're going to face is, well, this window frame origin point is not set. Now, obviously, we can go do this, or we can select all and just do that, right? But, I mean, I just built it in because I was just like, oh, well, I might as well just build it in. And so you can apply transformations, right? But the issue with this right here, if I select all and go like this and transform, everything transforms. Even the objects with mirror modifiers, Boolean modifiers, all these modifiers will be set to origin point. And normally when it's a mirror, it messes it up. Sometimes it really depends where your origin point is and how you're mirroring your object. But most of the time, it will mess up your object. Now, this is where it comes in. This apply transformation only applies to those that do not have modifiers. So if I've got a modifier here on both sides, I have got something. That means that this origin point won't be changed, but everything else will be changed. I hope that makes sense, guys. But yeah, now what we can do is on the right hand side, we can select engine profile. We've got Unreal Engine and Unity, two main game engines that are being used today. And for the Unreal Engine guys, don't worry, I didn't forget about you. We've got custom. So when it comes to custom, I don't know what that is. When it comes to custom, you can set your prefixes and optional suffixes, okay? Hey, I just closed you. Come on, leave me alone. So, and then you've got a little preview, right? So let's say, for example, you go here underscore LOD 0, 0, boom. And that gives you the option to add a suffix or a prefix, whatever you would like to add. Pretty cool stuff. And this isn't just for Armor Forger, this custom. It's for anything, really. Anything other than Unity and Unreal Engine. I was just thinking, I was building some stuff for Unreal Engine, and I was like, oh, doing SM the whole time beforehand. It's just a pain in the ass. And I was like, I need to change this because this is taking so long. So I decided to do this. But anyways, looking at this, going to Unity, validate scene. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to validate it. And in here, you'll see Unity. Okay. Unity converts everything, takes away SM, and just converts it to standard names. Now, as you can see, I do have plain 2 and 4. It also strips away suffixes like 0.001, so it turns plain 0.003 into plain 3. How freaking I love that. Anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then you just say fix all selected, bam. All selected. Hey, I said fix all selected. Maybe, I don't know why these guys are not fix this. Interesting. Anyway, so then we select Unreal Engine and validate scene. And then you'll see again, then you'll see it takes it from window frame to SM window frame. Select all. There we go. Cool. Beautiful. So that is pretty much the naming enforcer in a box. Okay. And voila. Now going to collision. I need to keep this under 10 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes. Collision wizard. Now, having selected things and doing collisions and so on and so forth for Unreal Engine or Infusion, most of the time it's Infusion. You select, you duplicate, and then you turn that into UTM, and so on and so forth. Well, now you don't have to do that. You can just go A, select all. You can go into the custom object, and then again, custom. You can set the prefix. I'm going to set the prefix to UTM. Watch this. I really hope it works. It just worked. And then we're going to say shape. We've got the different types of shapes. I'm going to select mesh so that it's tight and recognizes the doors as doors so that it has holes in them. So exactly a UTM. World AAB. If you hover over it, you'll find out what AAB is. It's axis aligned world bounce. Merge and generate a collider for each selected mesh. And then add new. Don't have to worry about padding. Padding is just the if you just hover over things, you'll find a little small descriptions of things. And then you'll go and add sliders. There we go. Boom. Oh, shucks. What did I just do? I think I just pressed Control Z by accident. Sorry. No. There we go. Cool. So now, voila. In one. And there we go. UTM, UTM, UTM. So you'll see them highlighted as well, like so. And from here, all you have to do is go to Infusion Tools. This is Armor related. Sorry, Unreal Engine guys. This is Armor related. You'll go to tools, and you'll just say set up the collider, and you'll just start setting up the colliders, selecting all these. And what I would recommend is when you set up the colliders, it won't do it now because I don't have Unreal Infusion running. But when you set up the colliders, what I would recommend is it will sort the collider into a collection, hide the collection. So every one of these that you select will then, once you set it up, it will disappear, and then disappear, and then disappear. Just an easy way of selecting things. So yeah, making colliders. So that is pretty much it. Also, it allows you to see through things, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, guys, I really hope these help you out. It helps me a lot. You've also got the ability to hide colliders. You can hide them, show colliders, select all colliders, refresh display. Another thing that I would say is this is a pretty cool part. No, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Let's say, for example, I'm just gonna take it back to where there was nothing, and I'm gonna add a collider here, right? We can see that it's made. Now I'm gonna select the mesh, not the collider, the mesh. And I'm going to update the mesh. Now, the problem with updating meshes for Armor Forger is, let's say, for example, we take this and we extend it up and square it out. That's a bit drastic, like so, right? Now, this mesh this collider would be like, what the hell's going on? I mean, you'll be able to shoot through here and everything. But you select the mesh, and you say regenerate existing. Boom. Regenerates the existing collider to match the updated mesh. I really found this to be freaking cool. So it was fun. It still has a few kinks. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, guys. Definitely not gonna say it's perfect, but it's getting close. So please let me know in the comments of the video or whatever if you find any kinks or any mess ups or anything like that. Please let me know. We can fix it ASAP. You'll find the links to both of these in the description. You can either get them on the Patreon, or once they are validated and published on Superhive, you can get them on Superhive or Blender Market. So yeah, exciting stuff, guys. This is the start of... Oh man, come on, guys, leave me alone. Oh my word. This is the start of quite a bit of add-ons that I want to make, just to make my personal modeling life a lot easier. And I'll just upload them. And if you guys like them, you like them. If you don't like them, don't. You know, I'm not gonna force you. I'm not gonna be like Duolingo and show up at your doorstep, you know. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna keep this short, under 15 minutes. I hope you guys have a lovely day further and enjoy the add-ons. So yeah, again, thank you so much for the support, guys. I appreciate you. YouTube is, I mean, we've just hit 1,400 followers or subscribers. I mean, it's beyond anything that I could have imagined, and I appreciate every single one of you. I'll make a video on the 1,400 mark. And yeah, guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you, and it's such a pleasure making things and having people look at it and receiving so much good and positive feedback from it. It's amazing. Thank you so much. So yeah, have an absolutely fantastic weekend and week. Cheers, guys. Bye.